Hi guys, and welcome to another edition of the Jerry channel. Ladies and gentlemen, we cover WWE news, backstage news, we covered a lot. So make sure to take that time to subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank you all. We now have 2,300 subscribers. We only just reached the big 300. By the looks of it, by the end of the summer, we could be looking at 3,000 as well. So the channel is growing. Also, within 2 months, I have got 100,000 viewers on the channel right now. That is excellent news right now. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. This is the channel to go to for wrestling right now, because right now I'm going to give you some information that is going to make you wetter than anything right now. Your pants are going to drop. You're all going to be wet right now, because ladies and gentlemen, the news I'm about to say right now is absolutely crazy. There is speculation that Eric Bischoff will either be on this Raw now or on another Raw next week. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because this has come from NoDQ.com, and I have extra speculation right now on this right now. But the news is Eric Bischoff is not ruling out a WWE return. Now, originally, Eric Bischoff said, no, I'm ruling it out. Now, I will tell you why he did that in a second, but I'm going to read the source right now. So, Eric Bischoff has a DVD release, and also that there's been speculation that he might make a cameo, or he might be involved in a larger storyline. The storyline might be possibly with Long, Laurinaitis, Kane, Vicky Guerrero, as well as other former general managers. We could also maybe see, maybe, I don't know, Paul Heyman, which is a possibility. We don't know. There's a possibility, but the rumors is that Eric Bischoff might be involved somewhat in this storyline. Now, a lot of fans were disappointed because Eric Bischoff turned around and said, nope, not, he shot it down. And he said, you know, anything, he shot it down on Twitter on Thursday. And a lot of fans were like, for fuck's sake, oh, what the hell. However, Eric Bischoff said on Twitter, he said, and I quote, stay tuned, very important, it's WWE, anything can happen. So, very important thing, he says, stay tuned, it's WWE, anything can happen. Anything can happen. So, anything can happen. It might make your dreams come true, especially for those people that are playing Pokemon Go. But anyway, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I have some extra details right now, and this is my speculation right now. I personally believe that WWE... I think Eric Bischoff will be in WWE programming at some point. It will either be this Raw or next, okay? It will be at some point during when they're doing this whole general manager's return, and whenever that reaches peak. That's my personal opinion. Do not be surprised if Eric Bischoff is on Raw tonight. I'm just saying, okay? However, they could, because of the hype and me making this video, they might try and put it off the next week or something. But expect Eric Bischoff to maybe be on WWE at some point. That is what sources are saying. And I just want to clarify, this is just rumors. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. I'm hyped for this. Now, a lot of people might say, well, Jerry, Eric Bischoff shot it down originally. Why did he shoot it down originally when he's involved in the storyline? The reason being is because WWE said to Eric Bischoff, do not let anybody know that you're coming. At all. Do not, because we want to make it a surprise. However, because of the internet culture today, nothing can be a secret. You can't take a shit without somebody knowing about it here in the 21st fucking century into 2016, okay? So, basically, WWE, with the low ratings that they have obtained, what they want to do is make some hype. So, what I'm under the presumption is that they've approached Eric Bischoff and they've said, listen, throw a little teaser on Twitter. Wink, wink, smile, smile. Say no more, right? Build up a little bit of hype. Because they've told Eric, listen, just shoot it down. We don't want anyone to know about this. Now, because of the low ratings, they've said, Eric, post something on Twitter, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Alright? That's what I'm under the presumption of. Alright? That's what I personally believe. I do believe Bischoff will be on WWE television at some point. I think it's safe to say I think he'll be at some point, because, no offense, but where's this storyline going with all these general managers here? It has to lead to something, and I want to see Eric Bischoff on Raw. Personally, for me. Hell, I'd bring Vince Russo on. I'd have Vince Russo, Eric Bischoff fucking going at on Raw. I'm telling you right now, I want to see that shit. But anyway, no. But honestly, I wouldn't mind Bischoff, you know, being on Raw. I think he's the type of guy that a lot of we need right now. I think we need a slimy heel. I think in WWE, and personally, I believe that he's the guy to do it. Because unfortunately, with the Authority, they didn't know whether they were heel, they didn't know whether they were face. They were dancing with New Day, then they were bad guys, then they're singing and dancing, and they're faces, and it was all over the place. Honestly, I don't personally like the idea of Shane and Stephanie both as general managers on separate brands. If I had to pick, I would love Bischoff and Paul Heyman on both opposite shows. Hell, I'd even say it, I'd even like Vince Russo as a general manager, because I just think that shit would be hilarious. I think it would be awesome for him to be there. But like I say, ladies and gentlemen, I think Eric Bischoff as a slimy heel is something that is needed. There's no danger in WWE. There's no danger with an Authority or anything like that. What we need is that element of danger. Eric Bischoff being almost like a Darth Vader-esque character, I think, in WWE, because we need somebody that's genuinely threatening, someone that has that position of, I don't care, I'm gonna destroy you, I'm Eric Bischoff, I don't give a fuck, I'm Eric Bischoff, fuck you, I'm destroying you. That's what we need. We need a heel like that, and unfortunately we haven't had that in a long time. The last guy to even be remotely kind of close to it was John Laurinaitis. And personally, I like Johnny Ace because at least he was some authority figure. Technically a proper authority figure, but we never had that with any other general managers. You know, we had like AJ Lee and you know, and the general managers were all over the place at one point. You even had Triple H as a general manager, and then the roster walked out on him, but yet he's CEO, like, or COO of the company or whatever. So yeah, that's my opinion. I haven't had a smoke in ages, so I'm running a bit low on oil as well. But anyway, yeah, right. So let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. Let's get into your preview. Now, one thing is confirmed right now. Vinnie Mac is returning to Raw tonight. So let's check out the preview right now. For anyone who doesn't know, the previews does give you a bit of indication whether Raw is going to be good or not. After weeks of huge power struggle of control on SmackDown Live, WWE's chairman returns to Monday Night Raw tonight at the 7 in the USA, blah, 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 blah. Okay, between Stephanie and Shane McMahon, or does he have anything different for the COO in mind for the Blue Brand's latest chapter? So, honestly, that's something that we could see. He's back. Okay, so yes, they've kind of changed the website here a little bit. Forgot about this. So yes, obviously the main story is Vinnie Mac is back. Apparently he might have some news concerning SmackDown Live. So we'll have to wait and see. Fingers crossed it's Eric Bischoff. I know I'm probably going a little bit far with that, but I hope it's Eric Bischoff. I really do. Because I think we need a vicious heel. They're here. The Wyatt family led out by an orthodox challenge to the New Day last week, inviting the tag team champions to visit their compound. We will be seeing that. Also, guys, do not forget that apparently this is going to be a rip-off of the Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy situation. I have been told that WWE are very envious of what TNA did recently. Now, a lot of people are going crazy in TNA saying, oh my god, we're better than WWE and shit like that. Listen, just everyone calm down, okay? We will see how TNA goes on in the next few weeks, and then we can judge it accordingly. TNA's doing really great right now. Let's see how things get on in the future, okay? So everyone calm down. However, I do think this is a dick move by WWE, because what I've been told is that this is just a fucking remake or rehash of the Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy situation. It's going to be filmed the same way. You're going to have background music and stuff. So expect something like that. The only problem is that you can't really do it for a PG rating, really. Like, how are you going to top Matt Hardy firing fucking fireworks and Jeff Hardy swanton bombing off a tree? Okay, this is the New Day and the Wyatt family. Also, can I just say this? The Wyatt family is completely in the right. The New Day are the bad guys in this, because the New Day were the fucking ones that turned around and said, hey, Wyatt family, haha. The Wyatt family did nothing to them. The Wyatt family they were just minding their own business, you know. Bray Wyatt was doing his own thing, and the New Day are fucking bashing the Wyatt family for absolutely no reason. Who really is the heels here, okay? Hopefully the Wyatt family, I don't know, beat the shit out of the New Day. I really don't care. Zack Ryder's year hit its peak since WrestleMania when he scored a victory over Team USA on the Independent Raw by pinning Sheamus in a 16 elimination tag match. I think he also beat Sheamus on SmackDown as well. So yeah. Apparently expect something to happen between Sheamus and Zack Ryder. Intercontinental accident. The Miz narrowly managed to save his Intercontinental Championship a couple of weeks ago, but on Raw. But the A-lister will have to return to set very soon. The Battle Royal to determine his number one. Yeah, okay, so there's a Battle Royal for the number one contendership for the Intercontinental Championship. Rollins' last stand. Oh, Jesus Christ. With Roman Reigns on the shelf, Seth Rollins has spent days on days racking up wins. The reputation of the former WWE champion, what he hadn't been doing, not that much. I don't know, fuck the way they're writing this shit. Long story short, WWE Battleground Triple Threat, who isn't there, has been putting him on notice disadvantage. What the fuck is it? The way they're reading this. Anyway, so long story short, we're going to see more Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins crap, okay? Long story short. And all in all, so the things that you have to check out is obviously Vinnie Mac. Expect him to start off the show. Expect Vince McMahon to start off the show. He'll have an announcement. Also, the New Day compound situation. Zack Ryder and Sheamus. Also expect, oh yeah, I forgot about the club. Expect Enzo Amore and the club to do something. Also, the number one contendership for the Intercontinental Championship. And expects Rollins versus Dean Ambrose to do something. So, all in all, I'm just going to probably just check out the Vince McMahon stuff, to be honest with you. All in all, guys, WWE need to do something, especially on this Raw. One thing that it might not happen, but honestly, I would fucking love for it to happen, is Eric Bischoff returning tonight on Raw. I, again, have not heard anything about him near the area, but Eric Bischoff did post that on Twitter today. That was 4 hours ago, so could be interesting. And yeah, you might see something maybe with Eric Bischoff maybe next week or this week. I personally hope it happens. Also, ladies and gentlemen, finally, SmackDown spoilers. I will be reacting to my very first SmackDown spoilers, which will be either tomorrow, and I'll be reacting to my very first SmackDown spoilers, and also SmackDown spoilers funeral will take place on Wednesday. I'll upload a video for Wednesday morning. And we will be doing a funeral on Thursday. I'm going to have Wrestling Jesus there and myself. We might have a few other guests on there. We're going to talk about SmackDown spoilers, favourite moments and stuff, to give SmackDown spoilers a proper send-off. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Bit of a long video, this one. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's actually not that long, 13 minutes. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. This is General Jerry on the General Jerry channel. Signing out.